Welcome to the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. In this kitchen, you can bake a cake in 3 minutes. And in this kitchen, the dishes are scraped, washed, and dried electronically. They even put themselves away. Even the floor is cleaned electronically. So welcome to this wonderful new world of push-button cooking, cleaning, and homemaking. Now this is what we call our planning center. And this is the push-button control panel. In other words, this is the heart and the brain of the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. On the control panel, we have a series of buttons that operates various parts of the kitchen by a process even more simple than dialing your old-fashioned telephone. For example, there's a button that turns on a built-in color television set that brings entertainment into your miracle kitchen of the future. Other buttons select recipes, request an inventory of food stocks, select food from storage, or complete the automatic meal from the Magic Meal Maker. Besides the built-in color television set, you will also see a small TV monitor. And by pressing another button on the panel, you will be able to see what's going on in the nursery or who's at the door. In other words, you can sit in your RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen and keep tabs on the whole house. This same TV set, incidentally, receives regular television programs. Or, if you wanted to remind yourself of something to do later in the day, such as call the butcher at 2 o'clock, you merely speak your message into this transmitter, set the clock for the appointed time, and then at 2 o'clock, the loudspeakers will remind you of it. And this, of course, serves as your own private telephone. Now here we have an inventory panel of beverages, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and so forth. And instead of searching around on your pantry shelves for food, now you merely make your selection with a touch of the finger. For example, right now, I think I'd like a can of frozen orange juice. Now you will notice that a wave of the hand lowers a special bottle cooling refrigerator. This chills the bottles and then maintains them at the desired temperature. And you will also notice that the entire unit can be raised or lowered by merely waving your hand. Now if you prefer ice in your beverages, the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen has an inexhaustible supply of crystal clear ice, and you can regulate the size you want, from powder fine to the size of a regular ice cube. Now popular beverages such as iced tea in the summertime can be stored in bulk, or you could store ice-cold milk, piping hot coffee, and get just as much as you want by pressing the dispenser, and just as hot or as cold as you want it. Now all of the foods in your RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen are stored at just the right degree of temperature and humidity. For example, this is what we call our special dry food storage drawer. And again you will notice that a mere wave of the hand elevates this drawer, thus eliminating any back-breaking efforts on the part of the housewife. See, it's no longer necessary to stoop way over and dig down into the bottom of the bin for such things as potatoes or onions. In fact, all of the foods in the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen are stored within easy reach, because all of the storage compartments can be raised or lowered to just the right level. Now, have you noticed that there seems to be no sink in our RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen? Now, as a matter of fact, there certainly is, and it's a very unusual sink, concealed right underneath our movable countertop. Now, we all know the discomforts that can be had from working at a sink that's too low for us. But now, thanks to the custom adjustment of the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen, it's possible for you to have a sink adjusted to you individually, whether you're tiny, typical, or tall. And here's a marvel every woman will really appreciate. It's a unit to help in the preparation of meats, fruits, and vegetables. You merely put the fruit or the vegetable in here, and then by pressing the proper selector, it will peel, slice, dice, core, and so forth. And the wastes are disposed of automatically. Well, now let's see how we would go about preparing an item in the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. First, we would select a recipe by pressing a button on the control panel of the planning center. Then the recipe would appear on a special screen above the countertop. Let's suppose we're going to bake a cake. Just a wave of the hand lowers a completely integrated mixing unit. On the mixing unit is a control panel where you can select the instrument you'll need for mixing, blending, whipping, churning, kneading, and so forth. Now, of course, in the case of the mixer, you will notice that the mixing blades are lowered into just the right position. Then when you have finished your job, the entire unit goes back into the wall where it will be automatically cleaned. And by the way, one section of the unit can be removed so that it can be used as a portable self-powered mixer. And here's truly one of the most outstanding features of the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. By merely pressing a button, a self-propelled serving cart appears. Now this cart takes right to the table your dishes, silverware, and everything necessary for the setting of your table. You see, it operates on electrical tracks which are laid under the floor. And then it follows a preset pattern to go wherever you want it to go. Of course, the dishes in the cart are absolutely clean because when the cart is in its place in the wall, it is also an automatic dishwasher and a food waste disposer. And then, of course, after your meal is over, the dirty dishes and silverware can be loaded right at the table. And then the cart will take them back to its place in the wall where the waste will be disposed of, and they will be automatically rinsed, washed, and dried. And another thing to remember is that if you should decide you prefer to use your very best china for dinner that evening, you merely push a button on the control panel. The cart will then return to its place in the wall and exchange your everyday dishes for a rack containing your very best ones. Now here's a special salad freshener drawer with its own degree of temperature and humidity for the storage of fruits and vegetables. Then right underneath the salad freshener drawer, we have a special freezing compartment which is excellent for the quick freezing of leftovers as well as for the storage of frozen foods. Now, are you wondering where the refrigerators are? Well, here they are, 1, 2, 3, concealed in the cabinet. And just a wave of the hand lowers the refrigerator. Each section has its own special degree of temperature and humidity, and special insulation eliminates the need for bulky doors and walls. Because of a new cooling process, there is no frost at all. And out here is our mobile cooking unit, which is controlled from the planning center. Now it operates in the same way as does the self-propelled serving cart, so it will travel any place you desire in your backyard. Well, next we have some of the most amazing features of the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. Now, in those days when time is too short or when your bridge game has been a little bit too long, you still can prepare a well-balanced meal in just a matter of seconds with the least amount of attention. And there's a wide variety from which to choose. Tonight, for example, you might want some chicken a la king, carrots and peas, a few French fries, and maybe a cupcake for dessert. Well, after the selection has been made, it will be dropped from a refrigerated area and will have been moved into the cooking or cooling compartment of the Magic Meal Maker. Then in just a matter of minutes, your meal is ready to be served at the table in a very easy process. Now, next to the meal maker, we have the electronic oven. Now, of course, the electronic oven cooks electronically. So the food is hot, but your kitchen isn't. And it cooks very fast. Why, a cake can be baked in a matter of 3 minutes. And a leg of lamb can be roasted in about 7 minutes. And a bacon and egg breakfast takes just about 90 seconds. The cooking and the timing, temperatures are all automatically controlled to assure perfect results every time. But best of all, the electronic oven is self-cleaning. So, of course, that eliminates one of the messiest oven chores that women have. Next to the oven, we have an electronic grill. And in this, it's possible to broil a 3-pound steak in just a matter of 2 minutes. Now, getting back to the planning center, notice this semicircular surface which surrounds it. It's accessible from any part of the kitchen, and it's actually a cooking surface, as well as an area for informal dining. Now, when you place this special cooking utensil over one of the cooking areas, the food inside quickly heats to the right temperature. However, the cooking area itself and the outside of the cooking utensil remain cool, so this doubles nicely as a serving dish. And to eliminate the last of the household drudgeries, we have a storage drawer for pots and pans. This serves not only as a storage drawer, but also as an automatic washer and food waste disposer. It's used for storage, scraping, washing, and drying. Now notice the laundry area on the other side of the dividing counter. In the laundry area, you see the new RCA Whirlpool washer-dryer that you can actually buy today. It washes, rinses, and dries in one continuous operation, and it uses so little soap and water that you can wash your clothes as they become soiled rather than waiting for a large load to accumulate. Now here's something for you homemakers who grow tired of seeing the same kitchen day after day. From a button on the planning center, you can change the entire lighting. For hot days, a cool blue to match the air-conditioned comfort of your miracle kitchen. For cold, dark, drab days, a warmer tone. Or perhaps you'd like a combination of colors to give it the mood you want. Also built into the planning center is an electronic air purifying system. Now this electronic unit, with no moving parts, draws vapors and grease from cooking into the chamber where the impurities are removed and destroyed. And now, believe it or not, the floor is automatically cleaned too, just by pressing a button. What you see coming out of the wall is a self-propelled floor cleaner. It's completely self-contained, and it can be directed to any part of the kitchen. This floor cleaner is operated by a self-charging battery. It controls itself by sensing an electrical path in the floor. As it passes over the floor, it vacuums up loose particles. And if the floor needs washing, the floor cleaner will wash it with a rotary brush scrubbing action. It will follow up washing with a thorough rinsing. And when the entire job is done, the floor cleaner returns to its location beneath the cabinet where it empties the waste and is automatically recharged to be ready for the next operation. Yes, in the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen, the things women don't like to do are done automatically. Of course, you can't buy this kitchen for your home right now, because this is a laboratory of kitchen ideas for the future. But all of the RCA Whirlpool appliances of today give you the advanced styling and engineering of tomorrow. Now, we hope you've enjoyed our little show, and we hope you'll tell all of your friends about it. And tell them, too, about this wonderful new world of push-button cooking, cleaning, and homemaking.